The story kicks off in Campos, where Profeta is running casinos for his adoptive dad Nelio, alongside his brothers Nelinho and Esqueleto. But Profeta's clearly claiming higher. He doesn't just want to run the family slice of the gambling world, he wants to own the whole city. So he pitches a risky plan: rob a guy named Jerson, who works under Buffalo, one of Rio's rising mobsters, and soon-to-be son-in-law of the powerful Guerra family. Profeta's idea is to hit Jerson's truck, full of slot machines, while it's refueling out of town. Dump the evidence and make it look like an inside job. The chaos, he says, will make Buffalo and Jerson turn on each other. His dad thinks he's insane, but finally agrees with one condition: if it fails, Profeta's out of the family. They pull off the heist, but not cleanly. They steal the truck, but a kid named Pedro witnesses it all. Profeta ends up killing the driver in front of the boy and telling him to forget what he saw. Afterward, he orders Nelinho to dump the body and Esqueleto to stash the slot machines. The job's technically a success, but now there is blood on their hands, and they have no clue who they just robbed. Meanwhile in Rio, Buffalo is preparing for his wedding to Susana Guerra, which also doubles as his big power move. Susana's dad, George Guerra, the aging gambling kingpin, is stepping down, and this wedding basically crowns Buffalo as his successor. But right before the ceremony, Jerson tells him one of their trucks vanished, the one Profeta stole. The machines are gone, the driver is missing, and the timing couldn't be worse. At the wedding, Buffalo tries to keep it together, but during his meeting with the board, a council of the country's top gambling bosses, he gets grilled. Coelho, Gallego, and the others mock him for losing control on day one. Gallego tells him straight, in this business, the weak get robbed, and the real loss isn't the money, it's respect. Buffalo storms out humiliated and takes it out on Jerson, accusing him of screwing up his first day as boss. Jerson tries to defend himself, but Buffalo's past reason. Right there at the reception, he almost kills him before Profeta steps in, defusing the scene and quietly winning Jerson's trust. That mistake cost Jerson his life. Later, when Buffalo's men find Profeta's notes at Jerson's place, he assumes the old man was in on it and beats him to death. Then he sends his crew after Profeta, the mysterious newcomer who suddenly appeared in their world. While Buffalo's trying to look strong, Susana's focused on family. She insists her frail father walk her down the aisle, even when her sister Mirna says it will make them look weak. Susana doesn't care. This wedding's about honoring George's legacy. When Susana takes the ring from her father's trembling hand and puts it into Buffalo's, it's symbolic. The old empire handing power to the new. Mirna forces a smile for the cameras, but inside she looks furious. Later that night, while Susana plays the dutiful bride, Mirna sneaks off with none other than Profeta. The chemistry's instant, and by the next morning they've slept together. Profeta wakes up totally hooked, asking when he'll see her again. After the wedding chaos, Profeta sees opportunity. He reconnects with Jerson, pitching himself as a business partner who can turn his gaming dens around. He's got the money, the plan, and the confidence. Jerson's skeptical at first, but he likes the kid's fire, especially after being humiliated by Buffalo. What Profeta doesn't know is that Jerson's already on borrowed time. While he's selling his vision of luxury casinos and modern slot rooms, Buffalo's men are already on their way to shut it all down. The deal's barely sealed before the raid hits. Profeta barely escapes with his cash, while Jerson's beaten to death, the first real casualty of Profeta's reckless rise. Over on the other side of the party, we meet Leila Fernandez, wife of Gallego, one of the most dangerous men on the board, and an old friend of Profeta's late mother, Delmira. Profeta tracks her down, hoping she might be a useful ally. She invites him to a private restaurant where she opens up about knowing his parents and how she once stopped his mom from leaving Nelio when she found out he was a bichero. Leila admires Profeta's drive but warns him to slow down. She's already heard his name floating around in Rio's underworld. When Profeta mentions Jerson, she freezes. That's when she drops the bomb. Those stolen slot machines don't just belong to Buffalo. They belong to the entire board. Every major crime boss in Rio wants the thieves dead. Profeta panics and calls Esqueleto, ordering him to dismantle the machines fast. Esqueleto lies, saying he's on it, but the truth is the machines are already gone, sold off to someone else. Meanwhile, Leila's husband Gallego is busy working a French investor, trying to turn Rio into the next Monte Carlo. But his arrogance kills the deal. The Frenchman calls him out for being corrupt, and Gallego reminds him that in Rio, the streets, not the law, decide who wins. Back home, Profeta calls Nelio, bragging about everything: the wedding, the power players, the connections he's made. He doesn't realize how close he is to setting off a war. He thinks he's just scored big with Jerson and maybe even found love with Myrna. But with Buffalo's men now hunting him down, the illusion of control starts to crack. By the end of episode 1, Profeta's sitting on a pile of money, enemies he doesn't even know he's made, and a target on his back the size of Rio.